Welcome back to an evening live now. Hopefully everybody's day has been good on this Wednesday. Mine's been pretty good. All I've done today is just relax at home. I cleaned all the windows and mirrors today, like typical schedule. And then yeah. And that's about it. But y'all, as people start coming in here, please be respectful to everybody in the chat, including my mods, because they work so hard to keep not just the stream good, but also they help me make sure that we don't get any haters in here, because haters are not welcome to the channel. Only people who can be truly nice to everybody is welcome. And so if someone is wanting to hate in this chat, I would suggest exiting, or one of my mods will escort you out of here. Just letting you know. Those are options right now. So hopefully we don't have to approach one right now. Fingers crossed, y'all. And so, anyway, also just a couple quick little... Lizzie, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Y'all, we have 3 people in the chat right now. It's probably going to go crazy as I say that. And so, just a couple quick little rules, you guys. Is the first rule, this goes for the guys on here. No flirting with me in the chat. Second rule, make sure you are being respectful to everybody. Third rule, don't be inappropriate, please, because we get so many people doing that for no reason. I don't know why they have the freaking ability to do that. And then rule 4 is to have fun in here, because y'all, this channel is about fun and fun only, and not disrespect and all that stuff. And also, another rule here, too, to add on to this, no swearing, no extreme cussing in the chat. Would be great. Because I can't stand when people use language like that. Because, you know, other people can relate to me in that situation, though. And so, we're trying to make this a safe place for everyone to be welcome here. Like, everyone is welcome here. All ages are welcome. You know? Like, everybody who sees this is welcome here. Unless if someone's gonna be a hater in here, then that's a different story. But other than that, everybody is welcome here. And also, go like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. But if you have, don't listen to me in that step. I will repeat myself saying that because, you know, just easy information. And so, yeah. But right now we have 2 people in here right now. And so, just make sure you are hitting the like button as you're coming in here, which is up here. Yes. Exactly. Let me just pin that real quick. I just gotta fix it. Yep, exactly. Because, yeah, y'all really, rule number 1 really goes for the boys in here. Except if you're Alan Watson. That's a different story. But other than that, for all the other men in the comment section, y'all are only the ones that go to number 1. But other than that, the other rules go for everybody in that chat. And so, you know, because y'all, there's been a few people that have came in my streams before and have been flirting with me, and y'all, they could literally end up being an age below me, like way younger than me, but also way older. You know, it's not really cool, you know, because they don't know in their heads that they were flirting with a freaking 19-year-old on here, and they're probably twice my age or twice younger than my age. So they don't know what they're doing and all that stuff. But yeah. And so, but yeah. And so, man, Hey guys, I'm trying to see what we're doing here. But yeah, hopefully everybody's been staying safe out there recently, because like it's been before, like, y'all, certain areas these days, it's crazy of what's happening in this generation with things. And so, yeah. And y'all, let me just say this. I finally, for once, I finally got the nerve to finally fix my hair. Because in my afternoon live, y'all, I still had the same hair from, like, last night. Like, I was lazy. Like, I was literally lazy, y'all. Not, like, literally doing it. And then finally, after a little while, I finally did it. So, finally, it's in something nicer. Like, it's in the same typical, but in a lot more cleaner, where it's not looking like that there's so many flyaways hanging out. Thank goodness, because I was not gonna let that happen. Especially. And so, man, you guys, I still can't get up, dude. And so, yeah. But anyway, man, y'all, I still can't get over this afternoon now. Like, y'all, let me just say something real quick. So, y'all, I was on here in my last live, which was this afternoon, around 1. And, at one point during the live, at some point during my afternoon live, my boyfriend sends me a text. Well, he sends me a picture of him and then another friend of, well, him and then another person who I've gotten to know a little bit through one of my friends that goes to the same program as my boyfriend. And y'all, let's just, cause my boyfriend sent me a picture of him and that friend I was talking about, and they both were wearing really cool cowboy hats at some place. I don't know what place it was. I haven't even asked him yet, which I probably need to ask him that question. But y'all, he was just so hot, like, and so, like, he was literally super hot. Yo, like, when I saw the picture, I was literally blushing on live when I saw it. I could not physically stop blushing on live. Like, it was wild. Like, it was crazy. And so, let me show you. Because I showed people in my last live. Let me back my phone before I turn my... Oh! Hey, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? But, hopefully you're doing well. And so, but yeah, y'all, I'll just say he was pretty hot. And so, yeah. We're here for you. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I very appreciate it. And so, yeah, it was pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And so, yeah, and so, Lizzie, I'll kind of go and show you what he looks like. I just gotta turn my camera a little bit before I turn it. But look, y'all, look at how freaking hot my boyfriend is right here. Look! I'm gonna show you on that side. Just look how good. Like, look how cool the hat is, though. I'll zoom in the hat a little bit. Look how cool on the inside that it looks, though. Like, so cool. Oh my gosh, y'all. I could not. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna start watching it again now. But it's fine. But yeah, like, I'll drink it again. Ugh. See, this is what I mean. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Oh, I'm in love with him. And, I've been in love with him for over a year, but, oh my gosh. Oh, let me fix my chair. Oh, calm down just a bit. But, yeah, I was literally like this literally last night when I showed everyone that was in here at that time. Yeah. It was wild, I'm not gonna lie. And so no, I'm not in that area. Thanks. He is. Thanks, I know he's so hot. When she looks so yo, here's what's kind of cool too. I'm just kind of thinking about it. What's kind of cool is the hat in that photo that he was wearing. I was showing you guys. Yo, fun fact, my favorite color is pink, by the way. So it was perfect. So it was perfect that he wore that in that photo that he saw, which was so cool. And so, oh, I could not stop. But yeah, and y'all for reference, his hair doesn't go like this, like you saw in the photo in there. It actually kind of goes up a slight, and so it's a little bit up and all that stuff. But just so happened to go down because the hat pushes down. It almost looks like he was like me a little bit, which looks really cool on him. I'm not gonna lie. And so. Nope, I'm not gonna say so. No, I'm not even Australian. And so, yeah, but I mean, it was crazy when he said that. I'm like, because it was funny, because I was literally alive when he said that. And then that's when I started blushing insanely in life. It was like, I cannot stop even get onto myself. And so, yeah. And so, and y'all, the only thing I was, and y'all, honestly, in my opinion, that picture would have looked way cooler if he was wearing his boots on that photo. That would have been sick. Then he literally would have looked super hot in that little moment, but he did it anyway. But his jeans made him look like the exact. Welcome back, Blocks Fruits. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. And so, but yeah, I mean, it was crazy though, I'm not gonna lie. And so, I can't stop looking at it. And so, anyway, we have 2 people hitting that like button, and we have 1 person in the chat. And so, but yeah, I mean, it was wild, I'm not gonna lie. Like, right off the bat. Oh, why do I have a flyaway nail sticking out? And so, yeah. It's very crazy. And so, try to put it right there. And so, thank you so much. I very appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I still can't get over how well we're doing. Like, it's crazy, yo. Like, we're literally officially now in the 530s. Right now. Which is crazy. From last night's look. And so, yeah. But I mean, it was wild. So, because even I couldn't get over the little, like, encouragement from, like, a couple of my people that were in my night live last night. Yeah, like, for example, Holler, then a couple others that were in my stream last night, which was the last stream of the day, and stuff, which was right around 10, literally were so supportive. Because it was Holler, Tink, and then a couple other people that were in there. And both were just all very supportive in the chat. But yeah, it was amazing. And so, but even I'm just thankful for a lot of you guys though, because let me just say this though, for some of you that don't really ever think this through, when y'all come in every day, y'all show how much this channel really means to me. Because let me just say this, here's an example in my head. If I were streaming like this daily and no one did join those days, that would just be very not cool, right? Because who wouldn't want to join, you know? You are clearly in the Stockholm, Sweden area? No. Gosh. I'm not even in... What's funny is Stockholm... Okay, there's actually a song by One Direction called Stockholm Syndrome. That's hilarious that you said that. The first word of that. I'm like, okay, I just immediately thought of One Direction called Stockholm Syndrome. That's so funny. Just not even a real term, but it was so funny. I'm like, that's hilarious though. This channel means a lot. Yes, exactly. Like, that's a good thing. Because, first of all, if it didn't to you guys, that would just be a little awkward, you know? Because if somebody because let me just say this, if people were just joining in here and they were just being like, oh, why is she streaming today? She shouldn't be doing it. That means those people are crazy. But for a lot of my people that are in here, right, excuse me, voice crack, but also a lot of people who've been joining since I've started streaming and stuff, it's just been a really, like, it's been really, like, amazing. Like, I've gotten so much, like, support from you guys, but also a lot of people have really been doing well with hitting their subscribe buttons every single day. Because that shows me we're getting so many people. No, I am Lily Texan. Say that. And so, Ben. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, because I mean, y'all, and let me just say this, there are so many beginner YouTubers, but y'all, there are some people that put YouTube as their full career, but some of them do as like a side hobby. I'm one of those who kind of has it as a hobby right now. Kind of gives me something to do and stuff, especially since nowadays, for right now, I have a little bit more time with you guys and all that stuff since I graduated high school about almost a year ago. And, yes, Texan, which I'm from Texas. And so, which I've lived in Texas my entire life, just so you know that. And so, but yep, Texan it is. But yeah, I mean, y'all, like I said, I've done YouTube really as a side hobby, just as something to keep me busy. And especially, I finished high school. No, I didn't do, no, right now, I mean, as of right now, I'm not really thinking of getting into college at the moment and stuff, because really I don't have a full idea. I did have an idea what I was going to do for a career, but then other ideas kept coming in my head, because, there's so many opportunities that happen out there, and it's like, just really begin to really think how well you would do in it, Have you ever been out? No. That I'm aware of. No, I've not. It would be cool, though, but, like, I'll tell you this, I've never flown out of state before. And so, all that crazy. Like, I've never flown out of state. Like, I've lived in Texas my entire life. From the moment I was born and right now. And so, for 19 years, I've lived in Texas. And y'all, it's amazing in Texas. Like, there's so many areas, y'all, in Texas that are like really cool to see and stuff. Like there's a lot of areas that are so pretty out here, especially during certain times of the year and stuff. But yeah, you could become a Navy SEAL. What? Wait, what? Wait, what is it? Okay, my brain's going like, what did I just think myself now? I don't know how I would even do it though. And so like I mean, as people do not turn into hail. How many cool areas are? There's some really neat spots. Like for example, like gosh, there's a lot of really cool areas out here, like especially with really cool views and stuff. Like for example, y'all, East Texas where I'm located is like very cool, especially in the evenings, y'all, because first of all you can actually see the sunset 10 times better than you can in the city, because for people who live in the city you can't even see it that good in Texas. But no, when you actually get into country life, oh, you have like the coolest view of it. Like it is so cool. Like y'all, I never suspicioned that in like a long time that our last house we'd actually move into would be in the country. And we've officially been out here for about a year. And it's really cool. I'm not gonna lie. Is a highly trained elite soldier. Oh wow, that's crazy. I feel like though I also feel like it would take a lot of work though. In my head, I feel like it takes a ton of effort to get there, because certain jobs though, especially, but also certain careers really take a lot of effort and a lot of years to gain. And sometimes me and my disability, it takes a little bit just to get there. And so, that's cool. I know y'all, for reference, my dad was in the Navy when he was like 18, I think. Like I think it was right after he graduated high school. I think he decided to go into the Navy, which is pretty cool. And did all I know he cooked in the Navy and then did some other stuff too, but yeah. Yeah, exactly, cuz and plus, you would want to let me tell you this, y'all. For people who are getting into careers, you want to do something where you're going to love it, but also you want to do something that you're not going to find yourself finding it very difficult to do, So that is a pretty good thing. Maybe. I look up that thing in the Navy. Huh. Maybe. I'll have to look that up. I know he's a veteran. And so, and even my papa, which is my dad's dad, also was in the Navy as well. A long time before, a little bit before he was. And so it's pretty cool that both my dad and my papa, who passed about almost 3-ish years ago, I think, almost 3 years ago. Yeah, I think it'd be almost 3 years ago right now, almost 4, due to, just the time, Yeah, maybe. I need to look that up. Let me look it up real quick while my brain's thinking about it. Just to... Yeah. Let me look it up. Hey, I'm looking it up right now just so I can be aware and see if. Let's see. Oh, what is? Sorry, y'all. A little. Oh, straight. I'm like, what was that? Hang on. Somewhere here I just saw a little string pop up. I forgot where I just saw it though. Anyway, like I was just looking up. Hey, I'm looking up right now. Trained. Huh. Oh, holler, dude. Welcome in the chat. And so. And so. Sorry, I'm just looking over. But, holler, how are you doing? It's been a minute. Sorry, I'm looking up. I'm just reading something real quick. Because, you know. I'm trying to see if my dad is in that category or if he's something else in that category. Hang on. Anyway. Continue to. Maybe he was. Huh. I mean, maybe my dad could have been a Navy SEAL. I'll have to ask him about that one of these days. That's a pretty good point. I feel like with me, though, going to the military, that I would not do that. Because, I'm sure I would not do that. But, yeah. I'm good. How are you? You got sleep next to... How do you got to sleep next to... I'm doing pretty good. And that's really cool, Holly. I'm glad to hear that you got to sleep with your wife last night. That's awesome. Lucas, dude, how are you doing? But I'm doing good. How are you doing? I'm so glad that you came in. And so, oh my gosh. That's good. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, Lucas. That's a good thing to hear. Oh my gosh. And so, holler? Okay, let me just tell you this. So I will tell you this. So in my afternoon live this afternoon, I was just talking with everybody like usual and hanging out through here. And my boyfriend sends me a picture of him and then a friend of his wearing a cowboy hat, a pink cowboy hat at some sort of place in my area. I don't know what place. I need to ask him that question though. And literally when he sent it to me, like right off the bat like that, oh, he just looked so hot that I literally, after I was looking at it though, literally I could not stop blushing in last live. Like I could not stop blushing at it. Like I could not stop going insane because he was way too hot looking. Which he always does, not gonna lie, a single bit. And so, yeah, it was crazy. And so, not like sexual part, just security part, feeling secure. Yeah, I know what you mean by that. It's not like the other way. No, trust me, I'm not taking the opposite route. And so, sorry, I'm hearing my dog next door. But yeah, and so it was crazy. Like, even I couldn't stop like blushing myself like crazy because, you know, I love him so much. It's like, you know, whenever I see something on him, it's like I can't. It's like I cannot stop looking at you. It's like, oh my gosh, what am I seeing? You know, This is because I love him so much, you know? Got 2 people in the chat. And so, but yeah, it was wild. So, I'm not gonna lie, a single bit. And so, but yeah, it was crazy. And so, and y'all, I even showed a couple people on here. Hey there, how are you doing? And so, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was just, you know, it was wild, so I'm not gonna lie. A single bit. And so, I came in your last stream. Huh, strange. Because if it just probably depends on the time that you were coming in around. Like, maybe I think you might have came in before I ended. I just didn't see your thing come through. And normally my comments work, but sometimes they act up sometimes. Or you probably came in when it was loading and stuff, because usually it takes a while for it to load and stuff. Like, it usually takes almost a day or so for it to, like, load up fully and stuff. But yeah, hey there. How are you doing? We have 4 people in the chat. And so, but yeah. Yes, what is it? I hope it's not anything crazy. I mean, for right now, I don't think so. Knock on wood. Not really. I mean, right now we haven't really had so many problems as much. I think last time we had to block 1 person or so for just doing the typical. I like your watch. Thanks. There. Focus. For cross-eyed people, do you guys see straight? Plus, don't think I'm being rude. Yeah. I mean, yeah, for some people who are cross-eyed like me, yeah, we can see straight most of the time. Like, for example, I can see pretty good. Like, right now, I can see straight in front of me what's going on. Like, I mean, first off, I wear glasses and stuff, but sometimes if I take these off, it's not to do with my eye cross or anything. It's just, you know, it's typical. But usually for me, I can pretty much see normally. But a lot of times I am wearing glasses just to help correct it a little bit. But I might ask an eye doctor about probably doing an eye patch eventually, just to see if I can make it see if I can try something else too. Because especially in the future, I don't want, you know, for future like ID pics, like my future driver license photos, or any sort of ID photo stuff like registration and things, either get renewed or get on. I don't want to keep looking cross-eyed in my, because y'all, like, for reference, in my ID, y'all, I look pretty good normalized, but then my eye is what drove me insane. And apparently when you also get your ID, but you get your license and stuff like that, apparently you have to have, apparently for people who wear glasses like myself, apparently you have to have those off. And I wish that they could have done something to accommodate it better, but yeah. It's apparently a never knew situation. And so, yeah, it was wild. And so, well, you're pretty though, so it's not noticeable. Oh, thank you so much. I very appreciate it. Sometimes I can notice it, sometimes, not all the time, no. My job is to protect me, that's all. Yep. Maybe I should have missed your comment. That was just in general. Yeah, I agree. Hey there, Alex, welcome back. Yes, I'm having a good evening. Hopefully you're having a good day yourself. No, I wasn't being... No, you weren't really being rude. There. No, you weren't being rude because I would have known if you were. Because I would have saw it immediately. It's okay. And you were not being rude. Like, I didn't see any rude comment. You're just getting a pretty good... You're just letting me know. As a friend way of it. I knew how you were saying it, though. Not the other way around. So don't think I was about to, lose my cool. But I don't. Okay, thank you for understanding. Of course. I would have known if either you or somebody was saying it the other way, because if I did, I would have went insane on myself. I'm not gonna lie. But in this situation, it was a lot more different. So thank you for, doing your part. And so, and I'm actually wearing my backup glasses right now, actually, which I've been wearing them for a couple of days now. And so, yeah, and yes, you guys, I have two. Yeah, I've got two pairs of glasses, you guys, people who never know this about me. That's because, like, an example is actually kind of good, actually, if you think about it. Because what if a pair breaks, or if something is loose on them, or if a part came off one of them, and you can't get in to get them fixed till, like tomorrow or something, and you can't function the entire day without seeing around you, it's really good to have a second pair on you, so if that ever does happen, you have something mandatory that will last you till then. And so for reference, y'all, these are my regular that y'all see me have at the time. And the reason why I'm wearing my backups right now is because in here I've got like so many scratches inside of these right now. Almost like little breaks. Like small little weird little shatters right there. You can see, don't ignore that. But it's just the inside. I think it was from something I did the other day. But not like by purpose or anything, but And plus eventually sometime this year I do need to see an eye doctor out here and get referred to one, because I'm not referred to an eye doctor yet in the area. I'm finally referred to a primary care physician finally out here and stuff like that. But yeah. So are you her best friend or something? Yeah. And so anyway, yeah, Holler's kind of like an older brother, but like in a friend way. Like, actually, yeah, I will tell you something here. Yeah, like, Ants, I'll tell you something. One of my friends from high school, her name is Asia, and she is my best. Like, she's my best friend from high school. Like, she isn't just a best friend to me. She's like a sister to me as well, because literally she treats me like a sister, but also she's just there. Like, y'all, a lot of us will have best friends that feel like siblings to us a lot. And so, yeah. But man, I miss her like crazy, because she's not really been getting a hold of me for like ages and stuff, and it's very concerning and stuff. But that's just what things happen. But yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. And that's a good feeling, because you want to have somebody who feels like not just a friend, a lot. Oh, yeah, I know. Me and my best friend need to continue doing so. Hopefully eventually, because especially since for her and me, we only live about like 2 hours away. And the last time we really saw each other was like in July of last year. It was like last July. And so, yeah. Even more perspective. And so, um, and so, yeah, gosh, what's going on here? But yeah, and so, yeah, even I love that. Even I love that we even have some people in here that do come in on occasions that also have disabilities as well, because kind of makes it cool. But I love that we get a mix of both, because you get two different sides. Like, some people will look at you and think you don't have a disability when you tell them you actually do. And y'all, a lot of times disabilities are not just by appearance. Like, it's not like really. Tim Boy, welcome back. How are you doing? And so, yeah, by appearance, like, you can't, in your head, you can't always think off the bat, oh, this person looks like they've got this disability. You always can't, you always can't assume that directly unless you know it really good. But you really can't always assume. And y'all, like I said before, certain disabilities are not just by appearance. When you get to know the person pretty well, then you can ask them about it. Even they might tell you it off the bat. Like, for example, if someone were to approach me, like, let's say if I was meeting up with a new friend or something, or if I got to know somebody, like in school, when I got to know someone, when they got to kind of know me a little bit, I kind of told them a little bit about my background, so that way they knew that I had epilepsy, and I told them what goes on in that, and even I tell you guys too the same thing, because yeah, because you can't just always come off the bat and go, oh, this person has ADHD, or oh, this person looks like they have autism. You can't just say that off the bat. Like, y'all, for reference, my boyfriend has ADHD. Yeah, so even I'm dating someone too who also has a disability, but he also has a little bit of learning disability as well. Like, he and I both are people with learning disabilities, and so. But luckily his ADHD is on the calmer side, meaning he's not like all over the place and just, he's not gonna be someone who's gonna get angry immediately. But y'all, my ex-boyfriend, his was the opposite. Like, his would lead to anger issues, but also his would just sometimes would be dumb occasionally, because that was just how exes can be. But yeah, exactly. And so, and y'all, even when I tell people about my disability, even I tell them like an example. I kind of just tell them like an example, kind of what my disability would look like. So, like, for reference, epilepsy is a brain disorder. The electrical system in your brain starts to electricity function, and all this time what happens is it's almost like an example here. I'll tell you guys, it's almost like if you were to get electrocuted by a wire, but that's kind of the same thing in the brain though. But the only thing what happens is the wiring system of the brain malfunctions and explodes, causing for me here to have a seizure off the blue. And sometimes, y'all, not every single time, I will literally have to be administered what they would call a diet stat, which it's like It's like a syringe, like a wide, round syringe, not like pointy or anything, but like just like a rounded, like medium-sized syringe that will have like administered medicines in it, like a lot of like certain medications that go into it to help me come out, to help me kind of come out of that seizure. But the only times I would have to have that happen to me is if I were to have a seizure 5 minutes or longer. But if I had a seizure anywhere between maybe 2 to 4 minutes, I wouldn't need to. But y'all, I still remember when I was a sophomore in high school, I literally did have a freaking epileptic seizure in front of my ex-boyfriend. And literally we did, and literally they, like, y'all, I almost, like, almost, not did, like, that close to, like, I was probably this close to literally being administered my dad's dad, like, that close by, like, a thread. Like, I was only 4 minutes, though, luckily. So, praise Jesus, it was not 5 minutes past. Because if so, I would have literally had to get that administered, but also literally go to the ER for that. Because sometimes it happens. You know? It's wild. So, it's crazy. And so, man. But yeah, and so, I'm so sorry I have to go, but I will subscribe. Oh, okay. I will definitely see you back on here, because I go on here 3 times a day. So I'll be back here at 10. And so, definitely, for sure. But definitely will subscribe. Thank you so much, Ans. I very appreciate it. And so, yeah. Hey there. Hey, Brindley, how are you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. And so, but yeah, it's crazy, guys. So I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. A single bit. And so, man. But yeah. Yeah, I'm just so comfy in my jacket. Anyway, y'all, we have 2 people in the chat. We have 9, though, hitting the like button. I'm not gonna lie, a single bit. Not so good, my... What? Why? Why did your crush do that to you? Brindley? That's not cool of him to do that. I swear people these days are crazy. I just don't know why they do that. Ugh, my gosh. Uh-huh, exactly. Like, yeah, like, you know, ugh. And so, but yeah, I don't know why he would do that to you. He said I was more like a sister. Oh? Well, I mean, certain people are different ways, though, but in your crush, that would be more crazier kind of way of that. Man, that is not... Bro, you did not deserve him to literally tell you that, you know? Like 2 weeks ago. And so... But what, really, like 2 weeks ago? Wow. That was not that long ago. That is... Wow. He literally, he does not know what he's doing. Like, he just needs to put his act back together and just straighten himself up. Because he doesn't know how to even play the role right. So, yeah, so you do not deserve somebody who is literally going to do that to you. You literally deserve somebody who is actually going to be there for you. And will respect you really good. Yes, literally. Like, Brindley, let me tell you this, actually. When I was a sophomore, I actually first started dating when I was a sophomore. So I finally wasn't really asked out by men until like I was literally a sophomore in high school. Not because of my parents or anything, but just guys weren't finding me at the time when I was a freshman. I actually was pretty grossed out. Yo, I was actually more grossed out with all of the crazy stuff when I was a freshman at first. Like I could not stand it. But then until I finally was like finally understood it, I finally like got it. I'm like, okay, this actually is not too bad. So it went from me being super grossed out to now chilled out with it. And so, oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet, Bradley. And so, um, yeah, and like, yeah, and so he and me were official our sophomore year. We only were together for like 9 months out of that year. And at first I thought for him and I it was going pretty good, which it was. And then probably in the middle of our relationship, oh, you're a freshman? That's cool. And so, um, oh, that's really cool, Holler. Nice. And so, yeah, and I mean, at first he was going pretty good, and then in the middle of the relationship, that was when he was showing his actual side of stuff. Like, he didn't really care so much with certain things, and then also would be a jerk. And for some reason, for some reason, my brain was not clicking. Because y'all, I was new. Like, I was literally new to dating at the time. Like, full, like, actually dating at the time. So my brain was like, okay, what's going on? And so, yeah, of course he was being a jerk. And he even went, like, y'all, and actually, fun fact, I also was in high school sports at the time in that year as well. And so he wouldn't even come to either one or two of my sporting events, which was not really cool. Cause y'all, first of all, if your man loved you or your woman loved you, they would go to at least one or two of your sporting events and all that stuff, especially if you were a part of sports. Like, y'all, if my wife was a part of sports and he and I were a thing, I would have literally attended if I could. So they could support him, you know? And so the fact my ex did not at least go to a game or two, at least didn't try to go to a game or two, just literally was like, you know, it was really only like it would only be like one of my parents and then maybe another few peers of mine, but that's really it. And so yeah, same girls get teenagers that are a little more out of control, at least my daughter does. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm 19, I understand how it is. And so yeah, boys are weird with my experience because they were trying to a little early. We were 15 and 14. Yeah, I mean it's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, like we get people all the time because you know, we were there before and we knew how that experience went. And it's like, okay, we're gonna tell other people that get in that same situation, you know? Moving are a mess for some reason now. And so, yeah, just me there. Yes, exactly. My boyfriend is so crazy. And so, yeah, exactly, because, you know, they've got to get it and stuff. You're so, yeah. Oh, Brenda, you're so sweet. Like, I mean it. That's a good thing. You should literally continue for that good to keep approaching because we need to keep seeing more people out there with that good in them because there's just I feel like there's people in this generation that just don't know what the word means. And so for some, not everybody, but a couple people out there just don't know what that is. And so and all that wild. So it's like, you just gotta do what you gotta do. And so, but yeah. And then y'all, then I was finally actually taken by my right now person about a year ago, which felt amazing. Like I still remember the day of. Like it was an unexpected situation. Like I had no idea that literally I was getting asked out that one day. I'm like, one day, but also in the craziest week too, because literally I got asked out the week of homecoming, y'all. That's a twist. And so even I still couldn't, because a lot of people are getting asked out the same week, but also they're getting asked out the homecoming the same week too. And so mine was a 2-for-1 situation, because he also on top of that asked me at the homecoming that year, which was amazing. And y'all, this was his first homecoming, y'all. Like, this was his first homecoming that he ever went to in high school. This was my second, y'all. This was my second homecoming I went to. So luckily he chose to go someone who was experienced. And so, Olivia, welcome in the chat. And so, how are you doing? But yeah, it was crazy. I still can't. I mean, that day was amazing though. I'm not gonna lie. And so, oh, don't be. Literally do not be scared of anything. And so, yeah. And so, yeah. But man, y'all, it's crazy. And so, anyway, yeah. Oh, that's cool. And so, yeah. Y'all, let me just tell you this. Y'all, I still remember when I was at least, I think I was like late 8th grade or I was a freshman when I got my, I think I was almost in 8th grade at the time when I had this happen to me. But, y'all, it was like, because, y'all, when I was in 8th grade, I remember, it was like later in the year. I gotta go, but I subscribed. Oh, thank you so much, Brandy. I'll definitely will see you around for sure, because I am on here 3 times a day. Yo, we have 4 people in the chat. Holy cow. And so, yeah, and so basically, it was like January, like it was in the winter of, well, I was like I said, I was literally in like late 8th grade, about to be a freshman, and all of a sudden, one day, I think either in December or November, I think it was December, that it was one day specifically or so that I went in for my typical orthodontist appointment for my regular checkup, like that normally happens, because usually when you get braces, usually you get them just checked up on every 2 to 3 months to make sure that they're doing well and you're getting progress, or if something needs to happen that same day, then they do. This one day I went in everything was pretty good, like usual, like it's been. Getting new wires freshed up, but also new bands on, that stuff. At one point, the orthodontist I had on this particular day, she noticed that um, my wisdom teeth were pretty off, and she was like, "So it looks like you need to get your wisdom teeth moved." And I'm like, "What? When? How?" I was in the what state? Like literally, I was like, "How?" I was like, what, when, how? Like, I was in the panic crazy mode. Like, I was going insane. Like, what? Though, when I heard that. And I was confused because, disability people don't get it. And so, yeah, it was drove me nuts. And even someone asked me if it hurt me. It was like, you know. And so, yeah, I was like, what? And so, she was like, okay, so here's this certain office that my mom called to book my appointment, and so we went through the typical stages, which you go through the consultation stage, and then after that, then you actually go in for the actual deal and another appointment. So I think it was January 7th or 6th I went in, or 10th or the 11th. I forgot any of those. It's any of those 4 dates that I went in and got them done. But oh, y'all, let me just tell you that getting your wisdom teeth out is like the worst. I will say that. Because you are literally crying in pain afterwards. Then you're also literally sometimes having to wake up a couple times out of nowhere in the middle of the night in terrible pain just cause of all that. Cause after you get your wisdom teeth out, y'all, if you never had that happen, I'm telling you now, there's your little bit of experience here from someone who has had that happen before. Literally, it hurts so bad. Like, and even y'all, the first time I cried was because I was in so much pain, but then the second time was because I missed my friends. And so, yeah, it was wild. Like, it was crazy. Hey, let me look through my chat. I just looked at your channel and I saw your boyfriend. Yep, I've got a boyfriend, which I post our love story theater too. So if you ever do forget, I posted it there too, so you can hear it multiple times. So yes, Holler, to answer your question, yes, he's doing pretty good. He and I actually talked on FaceTime today, and that went really well. And so my birthday is on the first. No way, my best friend Asia's birthday is on New Year's. That is so cool. Man, that is so cool. You are just like my best friend Asia. That's so cool. Man, just the start of the new year. That's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And so, like, man, that's cool. And so, yeah, but he's done pretty well though. It's just the same usual. He goes to his college program Monday through Friday, and then is home at like 4:45. And then some days we're calling, some days we aren't, because either he gets busy with something or he has to be told to do something. And then sometimes if I get busy with something, I'm letting him know. Like, I know for a fact on Monday coming up on the 10th, I'm not going to be able to call on that day because I'm going to Bible study that day. So it's going to be hard for me to stream that day. So probably that day, y'all are only probably going to get me in the afternoon and that night and stuff. Usually Bible study usually ends at I think it usually ends at like 7 or something. And so, yeah, it'd be a little bit trickier, and plus I would be a little bit, tired. Tomorrow I go into school at 10:55. Oh, cool. That's cool. And so, man, that's cool. I'm not gonna lie. And so, man, I remember, like, what did I remember? I remember 55K. Yeah, usually like school would start, like for people normally would start between 7 to 8. Maybe I think something in my head I can think about. Maybe she's a senior and maybe because I'll tell you, I remember the days when there would be a senior late arrival. I remembered actually doing that when I was. This is when I was a senior in high school, which seniors get to do, which is really cool because what they get to do is there's a senior early arrival day, meaning a late arrival, not early, late arrival. So you actually will get to wait a little longer. So the coolest part is you don't have to get up so like extremely early than what you would have to for seniors, and instead they go in later on a Pacific timeline. And then even I remembered, and then later in the year you'll do what they would call senior skip day, and you don't go to school at all on that day. And I remember doing both of these. It was so cool. Like when I was at my old school, when I was a senior, that was when the seniors late arrival was. And so for me, I didn't leave till like 11 something that day. So it's pretty cool is you skip a couple of periods and go straight into that period of that day. So I think that day I got there, I think we went straight into like third or fourth. But it was pretty cool. And so, um, yeah, and then what was crazy was when I transferred schools, that was when I did it was some point in the year where my friend was like, so tomorrow it's like some sort of scavenger hunt day, when really it was a senior skip day. And the teachers had no idea. So they all played it out as if we were there. We signed in like typical. Then we went home for the day. So we weren't even absent. So it was pretty cool. And so yeah, it was neat. I only finished 9th. Wow. Only 9th? I know you said that you did drop out. I just didn't remember what year. Well, when you were a freshman. Huh. That's cool. And so, but yeah, that's what seniors would do. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. And so yeah, that dude I just did was literally woke up early. Even had to wake up early a little bit and stuff. But yeah, it was crazy. And so, let me get up for a second just to stretch my legs for a second. And so, but yeah, it was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. So even I remember how it was in my day. So that's probably why she's going in later. And so, yeah. Anyway, huh? My teenager. Yeah. And so, yeah. That is so funny. And so, yep. We have 3 people in the chat. And so, but yeah. And so, that's happening. And so, yeah. Hey, at least that's a good thing, though. Because, hey, it's better than ends up not, you know. Hang on. Just getting into. But, yeah. I mean, you'd rather want to be good, you know. And so, yeah. Anyways, it's crazy. Yeah, I might go ahead and I'm probably gonna go ahead and jump off so that way I can go and get dinner started here in a couple minutes. But I'll be back on here at 10. So I'll see everybody around then.